This is Optimal Finance Daily, episode 1017, Do You Have a Financial Cookie Jar? By Harry Stout of financialverse.com. And I'm Dan, I'm your host. Welcome to Optimal Finance Daily, where I read to you every single day from some of the very best personal finance blogs on the planet. And before we get into it today, have you subscribed to our other 4 narration podcasts? We cover personal development and minimalism, as well as health, business, and relationships on those other 4 shows. You can just search for Optimal Living Daily wherever you're hearing this show to find them. For now, let's get right to today's post as we optimize your life. Do You Have a Financial Cookie Jar? By Harry Stout of financialverse.com. I grew up in an economically challenged family with 5 kids, one of whom had a major health issue. In today's parlance, it would be called a working poor household. No matter how hard my parents worked, we never seemed to get ahead. In that very difficult financial environment, I remember many instances when my mom was the alchemist who was able to weave straw into gold. She did this by creating a financial cookie jar for our family. She diligently put aside coins and extra dollars into an old cookie jar for the situations when we needed it most. She kept the cookie jar hidden away from the kids and my dad, but we knew she had it. When we needed unexpected cash for a school lunch, a trip, or other activity, she tried her best to make sure we had the money. It was important to her that we were properly fed and able to attend as many school activities as possible, and she knew a proper education would allow us to succeed in life. The need for a financial cookie jar. Do you have a financial cookie jar? Today, the cookie jar of my youth is referred to as an emergency fund. You can read the frequent headlines in the media stating that the vast majority of families can't come up with $400 to cover the cost of an unexpected bill. We also read that with average monthly expenses of about $5,000, see the Bureau of Labor Statistics at bls.org, most families have much less than that amount in savings for an emergency. These are not what you want to do in the financial verse. You need to establish a financial cookie jar and put as much into it as you can. Start small and work from there. A good rule to follow is having a minimum of 6 months of cash expenses on hand to protect you against the uncertainties of the financial verse. The uncertainties include unexpected medical bills, the loss of your job, family emergencies, and home or car repairs. You can't rely on others or crowdfunding sources for these needs. You have to prepare them for yourself. On a longer-term basis, I'm an advocate of building an emergency fund over time that provides 1 year of expenses in order to protect your family against the uncertainties of today's economic world. This amount of time is based on 2 key concerns. The first is we are seeing a work environment where jobs are being eliminated faster than ever as new technologies are implemented. If you lose your job, you will need to take 2 actions that take time to complete. 1, finding new employment, or 2, getting retrained to qualify for a new position. Who's going to pay for these? Most likely, it'll be you. The second reason is the impact of medical bills. Even if you have health insurance, the cost of deductibles and co-insurance amounts can be significant. In fact, medical bills are the number 1 cause of individuals filing bankruptcy. You need cash to pay these bills. Building such an emergency fund does not happen overnight. You need to start out with small savings amounts and add to them as you can. Everyone, even those at low income levels, need to make this a financial priority. I can tell you from personal experience that these events do happen, and you need to be prepared for them. What happens if you have no cookie jar emergency fund? If you find yourself in a tough situation and have no emergency fund, what can you do? There are several options, but the financial impact of each should be considered. 1, borrow money from your family. This is a viable option, but it can cause relationship stress and damage. 2, reach out to your church to see if they have any programs to provide financial relief to members. 3, call your creditors. Reach out to the bank, mortgage company, or credit card issuer to see if they will let you stop or lower your monthly payments for some period of time. Many of these organizations have programs to help customers in financial distress. This may reduce your monthly cash outflow to make your situation more tolerable. 4, if you're a homeowner, use your home equity line of credit, HELOC, if you have one available. Remember that a HELOC is secured by your home and you could face foreclosure if the loan is unpaid. 5, take a loan from a retirement plan such as a 401k or take withdrawals from IRAs. Many of these plans allow withdrawals or loans, but be careful about repayment terms and possible income tax issues. 6, take a loan from cash value life insurance. If you have a cash value policy, you can access a portion of the cash value and get the cash within a few days. Be careful to understand the repayment terms and possible tax ramifications if the loan and related interest are not repaid. 7. Make a withdrawal from a health savings account or HSA. Remember, an HSA is there to pay for medical costs. Be sure to use it as such. And 8. Set up a crowdfunding campaign on GoFundMe or another similar site. This should be looked at as a last resort, as the success of these efforts, at about 40%, is much lower than people think. Having a financial cookie jar in place for life's difficult times should be an essential part of your financial plan. In the Financial Verse, the definition of financial security is having the cash to pay for things, events, or uncertainties when they arise. In doing so, you prevent the need to scramble to find solutions and resources during a potentially stressful time. You just listened to the post titled, "Do You Have a Financial Cookie Jar?" by Harry Stout of financialverse.com. And that's a wrap for the Sunday show. Hope you have had a great weekend so far, and I'm going to be back with you tomorrow for the Monday episode, where your optimal life awaits.